It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What it do? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Let's Bet It. Been a few days since we went live. Had a pretty good weekend in the NFL on Sunday. Pretty decent weekend. I know Stacks plays have been hitting. We're really trying to figure out a way where you guys can be alerted when we post things or when we post plays on our YouTube. Still trying to figure that out. Not sure how we can get that to where you guys can actually be alerted um, when we make plays. So just a few things to figure out. Women's college has been pretty good to us to start. Um, if you are in, I'm in a Discord. I'm in a Christy Capping. Great guy, great show. In his court, and that's where I've been posting my women's plays. Haven't been posting them online too much, but really trying to get something figured out to where you guys can get the women's college plays on YouTube when I post them or when I make them. So just know that we're working on that, and appreciate you guys' patience. Like I said, the women's plays have been hitting like crazy, so got a few. A nice slate tonight. A lot of news has came in about tomorrow as far as injuries. Cavs have pretty much ruled their entire team out. It's just crazy. Like, how do we these rest spots? I mean, I get it. You know, it's a long season. It's just like, how do you have everybody out? I know Mobley's gotten ruled out. Uh, Donovan Mitchell's gotten ruled out. A couple other guys, like Jalen Tyson, is doubtful. So I don't know, just a lot going on in the association for tomorrow. But not gonna hold you guys up. We're gonna get to tonight's slate. The Raptors and the Nets. Nets getting 10.5 at home. Total sitting at 232.5. I made a play on this game, and I made a play on the Nets team total under 111.5. This offense has just not been good. I was on the Nets team total under um, last week, and offensively, this team is just not very good. They just aren't. And when they don't have Cam Thomas in the lineup, their offense suffers even more. And then I started to look at the Toronto defense, and the Toronto defense has been. It started off like shaky because I think what they were trying to do was push pace, which not a lot of teams have the personnel or the ability to push pace. Orlando has tried, right? And you see like how they've started off this season slow, a lot slower than what they anticipated. And I think the Raptors are another one of those teams that really tried to push pace the first few games of the season, and they realized that wasn't them, and kind of dialed it back a little bit. If we just look, so if we look at the full season, we'll do like full season. So if you look at full season, the Raptors are eighth overall. So eighth overall, or ninth overall in pace for the season. But if you look at their last 5 games, they are they're 20th. They've slowed down, and these last 5 games have kind of coincided to them actually, their record actually being better, them playing better. So they were eighth in pace. They've slowed that down to 20. 19th in effective field goal percentage allowed. The last 5, they're the second best team in EFG percentage, which is effective field goal percentage. 17th in points per game allowed for the season. The last 5, they are 4th. And then if you look at their defensive rating for the season, that's also 17th. But their last 5, they're 3rd. So I think that they've really started to tighten up on the defensive end. And I think that you couple that along with the Nets' inability to score, especially without Cam Thomas, there's just no offense. Like this team is just really bad. Um, I couldn't talk nobody off of taking Toronto with the spread. Toronto first half, they've been a good first half team this year. I've cashed with them a couple of times in the first half. So, but I definitely played the Nets team total under 111 and a half. Next game up, Grizzlies at Knicks. Knicks minus 10, total sitting at 233 last time I looked. Um, didn't make a play on this game. I mean, everybody's fading the Grizzlies right now, and I totally get it. Um, the Knicks, hard for me to lay this many points with them. But I mean, the Grizzlies are just an absolute fade at this point. I really think as long as John Moran's there, and it's just going to be a toxic environment, and I don't know. I just think this team is just kind of a fade. Um, if there were some props, I would be looking at Jalen Brunson's points. I think he could have a big night tonight. Um, this Grizzlies team just has a lot to figure out, and I don't think they're going to figure it out until they decide what they want to do with John Moran. So we'll hit the next one. Next one, I've got a pretty good feel about, but not sure yet. Celtics 76ers. Sixers catching a point and a half at home. Total sitting at 231. It went up to 231. So, obviously Embiid is out for this one. If anything, I really feel like the Sixers, man, they've been at home, coming off a loss. I really like them first half. Haven't played it yet. Um, I just think this Sixers team, this is another one. I think it might be over for Embiid, to be honest with you. He's not the same guy. Like his knees are shot. He's just an injured guy, and that's unfortunate, man, because he just a really talented player. But I just think with his health and things like that, man, it's just tough. So I know he's out, and I just feel like they're better without him. So the Sixers are a very good look first half for me. So Warriors Thunder, not too much on this one. Didn't have too many thoughts. I like the Warriors in this spot. Honestly, I think they could cover. I think they kind of treat this like a playoff game. The Thunder. They've been a cover. I don't even say a cover machine, but they've been winning. They've been winning their games, and I just I know Dort is out for the Thunder, and I know they're missing somebody else, but I just think that the Warriors could be in a really good spot to cover. Maybe first half, I'm not sure, but full game, I really like them to cover. Pacers and Jazz. Jazz sitting at getting 2.5 at home, total sitting at 233.5. This is actually another game that I have a really strong lean in. I really like the Pacers in this spot. I know this is like a 1-800 gambler game, but the Pacers coming into this one, they rested Siakam, they rested Neesmith in the loss against Golden State the other night. And I feel like this is going to be like one of the only winnable games for them, maybe in the next 3 or 4. I could easily see them losing the next 3 or 4 games. But I feel like there's certain spots that you really got to get up for. And I think even though it's a weird spot, it's a non-conference spot, and it's in Utah, I just think that this is a spot where the Pacers could possibly, I think they get up for this spot and try and win a game. You've got Nembhard back in there. You'll have Siakam. You'll have Neesmith. McConnell's questionable. I don't know if that's an upgrade, honestly, because he's been out. But, if he does or doesn't play, hopefully he does. I really like this spot for the Pacers. I think the Jazz have not been very good since they weren't good with Kessler, but without Walker Kessler, man, their defense is just really like, kind of went to hell a little bit. And I just think he's more of an anchor than what people, think as far as, watching the league. So I just don't like this Utah team without him. So Pacers, a strong lead for me. Um, Nuggets, Kings. Kings getting 8.5 at home. Total sitting at 242.5. Quick thoughts on this one. I like the Nuggets. My dude LJ gave out the Nuggets first quarter -2.5. That's something that I looked a little deeper into the numbers as far as net rating in the first quarter, home and road splits, and Denver is just at home or on the road. They are just an excellent first quarter team. Sacramento, not at all. It doesn't matter if they're at home or on the road. They are bottom third in first quarter net rating. So I tell my dude LJ on the first quarter -2.5. As far as a best bet for me, that not Raptors, but the Raptors Nets team total under 111.5. I think the Raptors bring the defense tonight and the Nets offense. I don't even know why the total was set this high. So this will be something that I would say we should continue to ride until the wheels fall off, to be honest with you. So that's all I got today, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us all on X, and man, we out of here. Peace.
If you broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now. I'm going to try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.